Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marina from Marina Art Design, and in this video I'm going to show you a website with over 70 crazy tools to help you in your design work. If this is your first time on my channel, since my initial reaction after discovering this website was to just make short videos showcasing every tool, and you are here because of those shorts, welcome. On my channel I talk about turning active effort into passive income. For 2023 I have scheduled 2 projects that are closely connected with circles, so they have something to do with circles. They are mystery projects as of now, and as a part of my research I googled circles one more time just to be safe 2 days ago, and by pure coincidence I discovered this website with incredible set of tools for drawing and design tools. Now I'm not going to go through everything in this video because that would make this video 3 hours or even longer. So the link will be down below in the description. Of course, go and check it out, check everything, open everything. I will just show you some of the features I found most helpful and interesting. Before I start showing you each of these applications, I just want to emphasize that each of the websites has a dark mode. So if you prefer working in dark mode, it's going to be in the upper right corner. You can switch to dark mode. So let's start with color picker. So color picker is where you can pick the color from the wheel. You can adjust it here as well on these sliders. The actual color is shown here. If you want any of these codes, if you need any of these codes, click on it and it's going to be copied in your clipboard. If you go down, you're also going to get a matching palette for the main color that you selected here. And now, for example, if you want to get this palette in hex code, now you click on hex or RGB, whatever you have selected here. Now when you click on any of these circles, you're going to copy this shade. So you're going to copy this shade in the hex code. If you scroll down, you can find explanation of each codes, when they are mostly used and why. So this color notation. Let's go back to the main one. So that was the color picker, very useful tool. And then you have 2 palette creators. I'm going to skip them. You can check them out yourself. And I'm going to switch to the shape builder, SVG blobs. So you see here it says start by drawing a few points. So if you click with the left click of your mouse anywhere here, and now what is interesting, that is going to connect these dots in the order I actually drew them. So it's going to connect them like this. If I click C shape, it's going to merge them. If I do not like the shape, I'm going to click clear and I can start all over again. And once I'm happy with the image, I can scroll down and I can change the gradient. When I scroll down, depending on my monitor, usually I do this, I work on this website on my portrait monitor. So I have multiple monitors. One is landscape, one is portrait. So it is easier to work on a portrait settings. But if you do not have that, once you scroll down, this here is going to enlarge, and you can also control the shape here, and you can see what is happening to the shape here in the bottom. And I'm going to change the color to, I can select one of these, or I can go here and I can pick it like this. I want this dark blue. If I want this to have a stroke, I need to move. So if it's 0, you're not going to have a selection to pick the color. But once I move it above the 0, I'm going to get, and I'm going to pick which one, what's going to stand. Yellow. Yellow looks nice. And what else can I do? I can make it double. So now I have 2 shapes. I can move it here. Now for the second shape, I'm going to fill second shape with pattern, this one here, and the pattern is going to be white. I want it to be completely white, and I do not want this shape to have a stroke. So let's see how this looks like. Maybe it should be opposite. this one should have a stroke and the first one should not have a stroke. And you see, I believe this looks great. This looks cool. I can move it around, and once I'm happy with the design, I just click on save button and it's going to download this in SVG file format. So let's go back. What else? We have line. Let's see what is line. Okay, line. What line is doing, it is creating a line connecting the dots that you just drew, and then you have different settings, different options. You can pick the roundness of the line. You can also make it like this to have a gap. That gap can be dash as well. You can change the colors. That is also interesting tool to play with. If you are finished, you can clear and go back to original. So what else? Now we have a couple of applications that are working differently from the ones I just showed you. So let's start with this one, abstract. In this case, what you have is the image is constantly moving in the background. You can change its complexity, saturation, distortion, color mixture. Okay, so see this one. And once you are happy with the setting, so of course the image is constantly moving in the background, if you click on PNG, it's going to download this state of the image. So basically you can continuously click PNG, 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 PNG. Here, click save, and constantly you're going to get a random new image from this one here. And another tool that is also working like that is this watercolor background, and this one is holographic, but actually it is what we call in design a unicorn skin. So this is great for creating crafting paper, background crafting paper. So the image is constantly moving in the background. You can make some adjustment here, and once you are happy with the setting, just click on PNG to download this. And the maximum resolution is 4000 by 4000. That is sufficient for anything that you plan to do in crafting. And of course, I want to emphasize it is also on the bottom. You have terms here on the bottom of the page. You have terms and conditions, and you have license as well. I suggest that you read them, but I read them. You know, I do always read the terms and conditions completely. Everything that you create using this website that is unique, for example, this image here at the moment is so random that it is unique for you. You can use this commercially. You can sell this image that you generated commercially. Same with the blob. So this blob is completely generated by me, so I can sell this and use this commercially in my commercial projects. There are a couple of things that you cannot use commercially, and I'm just going to show you that. Maybe in order to avoid any confusion, I should show you what I mean. So this one. So this is a collection of, you see, this is not an app, this is not a generator, it is a collection of 120 hand-drawn doodle illustrations. So he is giving you them for free under Creative Commons. So that means you can use them in your commercial projects, but you cannot sell them as individual elements. So you cannot take this image and sell it and pretend it's yours. You can use it in your commercial projects, you can use it in the background of your project, you can do whatever you want except selling them as individual elements. So that is just a limitation. So I believe this is logical, but if you are coming from the world that you do not have a design background, if you are constantly wondering what can I do with design, what cannot I not do with the design, usually if design is already fixed and there is more or less nothing you can do to it, that means you can use it in your commercial projects, but you need to add more elements on top and you cannot sell it as is. So that is usually the catch. And unlike this one where everything is completely random for you, and in that case, because once I do this, once you do this, once you change all the settings. The image that is going to be generated is so random that is completely belonging to you, and you can use it commercially. So let's go back. What's next? You have this, let's open this one. This is a pattern generator. You can select one of the basic shapes here. You can move the angle of the shape. You can scale it up or down. Of course, you can change the color of the shape. And if you see, if we switch to dark mode, this looks very nice on the black background. And you can also move it on X and Y coordinate system, and also you can distort it as well. And once you click save, it's going to save this in SVG file format. Then you have neon shapes, also cool feature. You have a couple of shapes, and then you can pick color, and you can change shape size, stroke, rotation, blur. You can increase the intensity of the blur as well, and if we switch to dark mode, it's going to even look better. Let's see one more. This one, yeah, this one is also cool. Okay, let's go back. Wave generator. If you ever had problem generating waves, this is going to help you. You can change spacing, you can change undulations, number of waves, maximum amplitude as well. Also, you can change the overall opacity of entire image, and you have 4 styles of waves. That's a wave generator. This one is, if you are good with your mouse, you can use this on your computer, but I would suggest that this is something that you use on your phone or your tablet with a touch screen. So this is basically drawing, simple drawing web app, and the best part is whatever you draw, it's vector. So everything here that you create is vector. You have a couple of brush selections, so depending on what you are trying to draw, you can pick different settings of brush. You can pick brush size, and you can also make it gradient so that as you draw, it's changing its color. Of course, you can change the aspect ratio if you want to work with a square, or if you want to work with any of the rectangles. That is how you do it. Hello. I used this one to create custom hand lettering letters. So that is how I used this one to create letters. So for example, A. So this is very cool to create letters. If you are struggling with creating letters, this is very easy to create, and it's all in vector file format. So that is how I use this one. Of course, you can use it for whatever you want. That is just suggestion. So you have this mesh like gradients, background shapes that are blurry. You have, so these all work in the same logic. You have this shape and you can move it around. So let me show you, let's just show you this one. So you have this basic shape, and if you click around, it's going to distort. You can change the space between the line, frequency of the line, change the color, stroke width. So that is, everything is the same for all of these. So you see here we have this, how would you call this, firework. So this is a firework, so you can change the stroke width. So you can create this firework illustration. What else? A rainbow. This is the one, I believe, no, this one and this one. This is what I actually found when I was Google searching for my circles. So this is, you have this outline and you have mixture, and this is also a cool background. You can also make this as a background to your book cover, and then make a title here, something like that. It looks really funky and interesting. You can change the hue, range, so range of the colors, use the saturation, evenness, lightness, so you can play with the settings, and of course, once again, SVG download. This one is where you can create pixel art pattern. So let me just draw something random. What I'm going to draw here, let's draw this. And this is a pattern. So this is a pixel art pattern. Here you can draw your pattern. You can change the color, for example this one, so you can make it like this. Let's make this red. It makes more sense that this is bright red. Okay, and now you have this. Oh, this is extra, I don't want you. And here you can change the angle, scale it up or down, move it in the X and Y coordinate system. So that is a pixel art pattern creator. This is Valentine's Day is coming, so this is a cute little easy way to create your own unique hearts. By moving these dots, you can shape your heart, and you can fill it with gradient, and you also have presets that you can use to start with your heart. You can also make it that when you are moving, this is symmetrical. So you see here lock controls, and now you can also do this. You can make some different kinds of shape. If you lock controls, now they're going to move in uniform. And this is for the second one. So now I can move this. I can create some weird shapes as well. I can do this as well. Okay, what else? Okay, so that's from this one. And the trick here is this is not the end. This is just the beginning. So if you scroll all the way down and you click on the About button and click on this one, CCC Create, it's going to take you to another website where you have additional set of the tools. So here you have color and palette tools, and then you have layout tools for CSS. You have typography, so for the fonts and lettering, you have a huge amount of tools to help you with your typography. You have icons. Let me just show you this one. Here you can customize the icons, and same as with doodles, you can download this, you can use this in your commercial projects, but you cannot sell any of these icons individually as your own. So that, I believe that's just pure logic, but as I said, if you are not coming with design background, that is what commercial rights usually mean. You can use this in your commercial projects without any restrictions, without limits, but you cannot sell this as an individual file and pretend it is yours. So that's the only restriction. Besides that, you can do whatever you want with these illustrations and icons. So let's go back here. We have another collection of shapes. We have this website that it is creating waves, and what's the best part is that if you click on this one, and this only works in Chrome browser, you can actually get this cool animation of SVG waves as well. Let's go back. You have plenty of this. I'm not going to open all of this. I'm just showing you, as I said, I'm just going to show you because it's going to make this video 10 hours long to go through all of this. This one is Image Optimizer, free online image optimizer. Upload your image and it's going to reduce the size without reducing the quality. So that's this one. What else? And here, this one is vector tracing image. So it just traced this image into this, and the reason why it is black and white is because it is using the previous setting I used for my image. And what I use this tool for is I use it to test. This is now my Creative Fabrica store. You see here these clouds. Let me just find them. You see, I used this tool to create those clouds that I uploaded to my Creative Fabrica store. So you can move the points and you have this cartoonish looking cloud. You can set 4 points up to 8 points cloud, and then you just move the points around, and once you are happy with the design, click on save to download it. So that is how I created this. You see 4 to 8 points clouds. But this is what I want to show you. I want to show you this one. So this is the image of reptile, kawaii reptile. So I uploaded this image here, and I wanted to create a coloring page. I wanted to test, can this tool give me a coloring page from this image, and you will see that I did get coloring page. So it created from this image. I got outline in SVG. You see it was traced in SVG, so I got coloring page from my image using this tool. Now obviously, if you have Adobe Illustrator, if you have Inkscape, those programs are already capable of doing this, so you will not need this. But if you do not have Adobe Illustrator, if you don't have Inkscape, this is a free online tool that you can use to convert your images into SVG. And the best part here is that it has so many of these tiny adjustments that are identical to what you have in Adobe Illustrator, so you can receive the difference here. You can clearly get a very good image using this tool, no matter what is your original image, because it is using the same processing as you would get in Adobe Illustrator or Inkscape. So that's it. And what else do we have here? It's so many tools. I'm just going to stop it here because this is just madness. I'm going to let you go through all of this and check it out, because this is really like you have infinite possibilities. This could be a background for your book. This could be a background for your interiors. You can change the colors to gray, so everything can be a grayscale as well. So you don't have to use this colorful setting. You can make everything grayscale. So it can also create a nice background for your main pages or your background pages as well. You can change how many shapes. You can all just have hearts. Let's see how that looks like. You see, this really looks great with just hearts. So for a Valentine's Day, you see no blur, opacity, amount of hearts, so we can change that. So literally it's just too many options. I don't know where to stop, so I'm just going to leave you to explore everything. Here you have this one where you can build isometric shapes. So you have this selection. You can draw left cube, right cube. You can change cube size. So let's try this one. So let's create something. This one is wrong, so I want to erase this one. How do you erase? Where is undo? Okay, undo. And I can also erase this one. Okay, and then back to D. I can draw like this. Oh, and let's go with this one. So this is my weird high in isometric design construction generator. So this is just an amazing collection of different tools. The link is down below in the description. Go check them out, go explore everything. You will be amazed for whatever you're going to discover here, as the same as I was when I discovered this website. If you have any questions, if something is unclear, ask me down below in the comments. As usual, if I discover anything more interesting similar to this or even better, I'm going to share that with you in the next videos. And I just showed you here how you can use this commercially. If you have image, you can trace it, you can create hearts and sell them. You see how I created clouds. You can create images, illustrations, you can do whatever you want with this, and you can use it commercially for your design store. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, everybody, and until next video, I'll see you down below in the comments. Bye.